Hi Virgo, how's it going? I hope you're doing wonderful today. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn. This is going to be a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. I've already cleared the energy of the cards. So I've made some notes before we get started. So in your reading today, Virgo, regret comes up a few times. Courage comes up a few times, taking risks, being determined, determination, joy, courage, chaos, risking everything, ignoring warnings comes out a few times, not heeding warnings. But yeah, having backbone, ignoring the call, indecisiveness, self-doubt, happiness comes up, abundance, joy, new beginnings. These all come up a few different times in your reading. So I just wanted to mention that first before, but whatever you're going through right now, Spirit is saying you have the courage, that's for sure, to overcome. So the first card that came out is the Seven of Swords reversed. This card represents your current situation. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit. So this is Aquarius energy. This is about, this card is all about confessing or a confession or coming clean. It's a card of regret, self-deception, deception, rethinking an approach, running away from consequences. This card is letting you know that the truth will be revealed. This could be a card of getting caught, cheating, maliciousness, being outsmarted, imposter syndrome, keeping secrets, turning over a new leaf, your conscience kicking in, ignoring warnings. That came out a few times in your reading, heeding warnings or ignoring warnings. Seven of Swords reversed. You feel like a fraud and are suffering from imposter syndrome. You may doubt yourself and your abilities. Know that this is fear talking. Get out of your head and trust that you have everything you need to make your new venture a success. You're deceiving yourself, trying to trick yourself into believing something even though it is out of integrity with your true self. You may attempt to fool yourself that everything is okay when it is not. It's time to get real with where you are and confront your situation head on. As a card of inner deceit, this card represents keeping secrets hidden from others. You may be keeping a dark secret that you hope will never be revealed. Keeping this secret may bring you stress and tension and feelings of guilt and shame. Even though the thought of confessing may be horrifying, it will free you from the negative emotions you're experiencing. Forgive yourself first, then confide in someone you trust. You will feel much lighter when you do. If you're involved in an affair or an extramarital relationship, this card shows a growing reluctance to keep up the charade. You or your partner may feel increasingly uncomfortable with this relationship and would much rather come out in the open. Okay? And then your second card is what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation, or it could be what you're celebrating, Aquarius energy. So this is a card of resentment or a desire to reconcile, a desire to forgive, reconciliation. It's a card of regret again. Regret comes up a few times in your reading, like I said. Regret, remorse, cutting losses, revenge, making amends, not heeding warnings again. That comes out a few times, like I said. This is a card of moving on, compromising, risking everything, shame, humiliation, being held accountable, past resentment, ending conflict, overcoming challenges, releasing stress. So you've tried to argue to the end only to realize that you'll lose no matter what. You've been pushing and pushing, but whoever is on the other end is not listening, and no doubt they feel the same. You're both fighting to win at the expense of the other person. When you're in this position, you'll end up feeling awful, win or no win. You want this period of fighting to be over so you can forgive and forget. You want to move on. That came up a couple times in your reading, moving on. This card can show conflict in your life that you've tried to walk away from, but it has followed you. It could be an ex. Spirit is saying if this resonates, avoid this person or situation. You may be worried that history might repeat itself or that you could get hurt again. There may be residual resentment following a recent or past argument with someone. You're ready to move forward with your life. You might need to compromise. That came up a few times. You need to make amends so that you can move on. And then your foundation message is the Two of Pentacles, reversed. Two of Pentacles is represented by Capricorn. This is a card of some kind of imbalance in your life, a loss of balance, feeling overwhelmed, unorganized. There's chaos. Chaos comes up a few times in your reading. Overextending yourself. Not having a plan, being overcommitted. You need to reprioritize is the message here. There's lack of organization, biting off more than you can chew, poor financial decisions, some kind of financial mess. You're overcommitted and at times are struggling to maintain your overloaded schedule or stay on top of your bills. Others might not see it yet, but the stress is getting to you. And you may even catch yourself dropping the ball. You need to get organized. You may need to bring more structure to your responsibilities through budgets or to-do lists or forward planning or a diary, and maybe effective time management. Turn down opportunities that are no longer in alignment with your goals. You may be overinvesting in one area of your life at the expense of others. Eventually, something has to give. Reassess your priorities and goals and decide where you want to spend your time and energy. Distractions are plenty, and it will take every ounce of your concentration to stay true to your goals. Choose the one thing you need to focus on so you can give it your undivided attention, and you will reach success. And then your past, but is relevant to your current situation, is the Three of Cups. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. This card is represented by Cancer in the zodiac. This is all about abundance, joy. Joy comes up a lot in your reading. Joy. It represents a happy issue. It could be a birth, a marriage, weddings, engagements, parties, happy times, baby showers, graduations. It's friendship, community, happiness, healing, abundance, victory, fulfillment, gatherings. Your friends and family are here to support you and lift you up to even higher levels of success. Celebrate with them. Enjoy their camaraderie. You're encouraged to gather with your closest friends and have a good time together, talking, laughing, sharing, and creating. Together you give and receive the love, support, and compassion each of you needs from one another. Collaborate with others on a creative project. Inspire one another to reach new heights. You may pursue a creative outlet within a group environment, like an art class or a dance class. Collectively, you're working together and you can achieve a great deal. And then your next message is the Queen of Wands. This card represents the what's likely to happen very soon in your life, your immediate future. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation, male or female, in a general reading. Aries energy. So this is someone this card represents smart planning. This Queen of Wands is someone who is confident, self-assured, determined, comes up a few times in your reading. Strong, courageous, courage comes up a few times in your reading. I would definitely make a note of that. Creative, generous, strong, assertive, outgoing, energetic, someone who takes charge. She could represent motherhood, fertility, independent. And again, this card represents joy, determination, confidence, someone who's organizing their life, optimistic, charismatic. So yeah, joy, courage, determination all come up in your reading a few times. This card is saying you're upbeat, you're courageous, determined. You're here to see through your creative visions and life purpose. So stay fiercely determined and focus on your goals. You're always friendly and optimistic with those around you. Be bold in your undertakings and actions. Don't be afraid to own your real power. You have so much to offer. Shine your light bright. Believe in yourself and what you stand for. Don't be afraid to speak up and be heard. You instill confidence in others. You give them the power and self-assurance that they can achieve anything. You're expressing yourself fully in your external world. Put yourself out there, meet new people. They'll be drawn to your light. Get to know your shadow self. While you may want to protect this part of yourself, this card encourages you to express this side more openly with others. Smart planning. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Fool card, Major Arcana card, the first Major Arcana card. Uranus energy here. Again, this is courage. This is risk-taking. This is innocence, freedom, a free spirit. Faith. Faith comes up in your reading a few times. A fresh start, a new cycle, a clean slate, being spontaneous, foolish, careless, freedom, innocence, opportunities, potential. You're being called to commit yourself and follow your heart no matter how crazy this leap of faith might seem. Now's the time you need to trust where the universe is taking you. Have an open, curious mind and a sense of excitement. Embrace the unknown. This is about new experiences, personal growth, development, and adventure. The world is your oyster. Use your creative mind with a clash of spontaneity to make the most of this magical time. Relax, play, have fun. Embrace your beautiful, carefree spirit. Connect to the energy that surrounds you. Tap into your fullest potential. Meditate if you're struggling with dread, worry, or self-doubt in your life. Be daring and carefree. You're a free spirit. Anytime you experience fear, just acknowledge it and do it anyways. And then the Nine of Wands is your self-image, how you see yourself. This is a card of perseverance, tenacity. It's Sagittarius energy. It's about, again, courage. This is a test of faith, testing your faith. You have the courage to overcome. You have, the goal is in sight. This is the final challenge. This is the strength. This card represents strength of wills, last stand, persistence, grit, resilience. You're at 9, you just have to get to 10. This card is telling you, do not give up, whatever you do. Okay, you're nearly there. Gather your strength, fight your corner. You're being guarded, you're wounded, you're holding out. This is determination again. Determination is coming up. Your energy is drained. You're weary. It's an ongoing battle, but the goal is in sight. Even in the face of adversity, you stand tall and strong. You may be on the verge of exhaustion, but you're resilient, persistent, and ready to do what it takes to get to the finish line. You feel battered and bruised, having endured significant challenges and struggles along your path. This is a test of your grit and resilience. You have the inner resources to overcome any difficulty you encounter. You will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. Keep pushing. You're so close to the finish line. Um, hmm. Don't let go of your hopes and dreams. You're so close to making them a reality. Stand firm in the face of your challenges, and you will achieve your goal. Others may try to oppose your plans. Don't let them get to you. They're just jealous. You're a change maker. You have a vital message to share with the world. Don't dim your light because of others' insecurities. You do have people who support you. That's the Three of Cups earlier. Find your cheerleaders and bodyguards, those who will protect you from the ongoing challenges and cheer you on to the finish line. Even if others oppose you, you have many more people who support your cause. Let them help you. Establish your boundaries. That's come up a few times. Fiercely protect those lines. Bring your conscious awareness to how you are proactively using boundaries to protect your energy. And then your environment, or how others see you and your situation. You got the Judgment card. Major Arcana came out reversed. Pluto energy. This is a card of doubt. Self-doubt is coming up again. Self-doubt. Indecisiveness is coming up again. Forced changes, ignoring the call, that's coming up again. Ignoring, the ignoring warnings, or ignoring the call, or heeding the call. That's all coming up. Unwillingness to learn karmic lessons, unfair blame, false accusations, self-doubt, self-loathing, no self-awareness. Inner critic. Indecisiveness is coming up again. So this is a time for reflection and self-evaluation. Through meditation, you may arrive at a deep understanding of the universal themes weaving throughout your life and what you can do or change to avoid these situations. You may have kept them secret or hidden because you fear how others may judge you. That could be the secrets they were talking about right at the very beginning. To clear these past mistakes and regrets and any associated guilt or shame, work on your self-forgiveness and self-acceptance, self-love, and release to have your freedom. That's all already brought up in the reading so far. The freedom, the acceptance, the shame, the guilt, the regret, all that, secrets has all been mentioned. The universe is trying to send you a message, but you're not listening. It's time to push past your inner fears and self-doubt and trust that the universe has your back. There you go. This is happening for a reason. Your inner critic, Spirit already brought up inner critic, may be coming through loud and clear. You may doubt yourself or tell yourself negative messages. With focused discipline, you can break the cycle of self-criticism and replace it with more positive messages of what is possible. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and or fear the most in your situation, is the Two of Wands reversed. So this is Aries energy. This is all about not taking action, avoiding risks, indecision again. Indecision keeps coming up. Overanalyzing something. There's a fear of change. You're playing it safe. It's a card of bad planning. Avoiding risks, not taking action. Indecisiveness. This keeps coming up. Indecisiveness. Choosing the safest options, staying put. There's a lack of planning, fear, trouble, deciding not to go, being held back, personal goals, disappointment. So draw your attention inwards and focus on your personal goals. Go back to the drawing board and reconnect with your dreams and ambitions, then make the necessary adjustments to your path ahead. You have a fruitful idea but lack a clear strategy to move it forward. Go back to your original intention and the energy and enthusiasm you felt at the beginning. Let them guide you to the next step. If you're at a crossroads, ask yourself, what do I really want? Choose the path that gives you the best opportunity for growth. You're reluctant to step into the unknown territories despite enormous potential. Reconnect with your vision and why you're here, and know that you will need to explore new fields to reach your highest level. And then the outcome, if all is to remain as is the Ace of Cups. So this card is represented by Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is about love, joy, happiness, abundance again, which was already mentioned in your reading. New love, compassion, creativity, renewal. Socializing has already come up in your reading. Fertility, new feelings, pregnancy, conception, new beginnings has already come up in your reading. Again, so you're open to creative expression, especially when you allow your emotions to shine through your endeavors. You may be inspired to start a new project, take an art class, or even engage in interpretive dance, which they've already mentioned. Let your imagination and talent unfold to new possibilities. This card represents a new relationship. You're so glad to have met someone with whom you can share a special connection. Give yourself permission to open yourself to giving and receiving unconditional love, and you will notice that affection flows effortlessly when you're in this loving state of mind. See this as a time of giving, not taking, and make the most of any opportunity to help others. You have the power to share your inner radiance and positive energy, bringing great happiness to those around you. The more you give, the more you receive on multiple levels. This card can also signify conception, pregnancy, or birth. It may mean birth of an idea too, not an actual birth. So that is your reading, Virgo. Let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Thank you for letting me channel these messages today. Take good care. Bye.